What's going on, YouTube? Eddie here. Welcome back to my channel. I do appreciate it, and I know it's been a while, guys, but I hope you guys didn't miss me too much. But it's the tail end of the day. I'm pretty much done with my shift. I am hot, I am sweating, I am dirty, but I'm gonna go ahead and make a really quick video for you guys because this is by a request. Someone wanted to know what an actual chassis looks like without the container and its functionalities. Well, as you can see, I got a bare naked chassis right here. So I'm just gonna kind of go over the components and whatnot really quickly. It's not much to it, as you can imagine. And just so you guys know, this is not a JB Hunt chassis. I'm just trying to stay out the sun, right? So this is the closest one I found. But the one behind me, as you can see, stacked that way, that is pretty impressive actually. But those are the JB Hunt chassis. But the components are very, very similar. Just the color, obviously, the numbers and things like that. But I'm still gonna go ahead and run through with you guys what a chassis looks like, bare naked, without containers sitting on top. Now, just so you guys know, I do not have my little harness. I'm actually in a loaner truck, and I have all my equipment and stuff in there. My truck is actually in the shop, so I might be switching off hand like this or whatever. So I hope you guys are not get motion sickness or anything like that. So but here again, like I said, here's the chassis, and then let's start from the very front of the chassis. And what are we looking at? All right, so basically you're gonna have your general components for all the DOT specifications, such as the DOT reflectors. Obviously they're going to be in the front, the sides, and in the rear, and we'll look at that in a minute. And obviously you have your inspection stickers, warning tags, information, and the chassis number as well. The chassis number comes in handy when you're checking your paperwork and making sure everything matches, right? No different from like a container number, right? So here is your pin, right? It goes in and out, right? That is what secures the front end. That's what secures the container to the front end here. All right, and you have it on either end. It goes in and it goes out. Okay, and it goes into a little hole in the container that you guys seen many times before. Right here is where the drivers actually that glad hands to. So you got your emergency lines and your service lines, and of course your electrical. You're gonna notice that it runs from one end all the way. Can you see that? Okay, it goes all the way. Basically, it splits off, I believe, at the tandems here. Okay, let's see here. Yep, so what's gonna happen is it'll split off, right? So you got your air lines, the red and blue that represents emergency and service lines, and kind of goes right into and spirals right into the chambers, and basically what applies your brakes, right? So here is your tandems. So you got two axles here. You have your suspensions, right? Very simple, like nothing that you would not see already when you're doing a pre-trip on a actual trailer, right? Your mud flaps, your leaf springs, your suspension, like I said before, right? And then you're gonna see a continuation of that line. That's the electrical line to the back here, and that's where you get your lights, right? More DOT reflectors, obviously your bumper, license plate, things like that, right? So just like in the front, you get the pins here, right? That twist is there, and the container sits underneath this pin here, right? So if it bounces from like any bumps and it jumps, this would catch it, right? So this only just turns. 1 second. This is this release right there. All right. I'm doing this one-handed. Sorry, guys. All right, and this position is in the open position. So when a crane lifts it up from a train and onto this chassis, it fits right into here. And then when we pick them up, all we got to do is make sure that it's in a lock position as such. Okay, so that's that. What you're also going to notice is how long this chassis is, right? And it comes in a variety of sizes. I believe from like 23 feet to 53 feet. This should be a 53 foot chassis. All JB Hunts that we carry are 53 footers. So this would be a 53 foot chassis. Basically, that's what it is, right? Very simple stuff. Again, you got on the other side here, you have your DOT stickers. The opposite side, you got your suspension. On this side here, you have your release handle. Oh, right here. There you go. Again, this is not my. All right, so your release handle. So there's your pin. That's how you release the pin. So you can slide your tandems forwards and back, and then you lock that into place right there, like so. Right. And again, you have your side reflectors and your turning signals. Again, DOT stickers. Again, your chassis number. The chassis number is in the front, as we saw earlier, also, but I didn't point it out. It was also in the back and on either end. So it's on 4 sides as well, right? And there you go. See, it's a 53 foot chassis. Again, this is for your inspection. So if you ever actually get stopped by a DOT enforcer and you get I think a level 1 inspection or whatever that is, they're going to ask you what the certification or the inspection for the chassis. That's basically it right there. It's going to expire 1 year from this date. This is when it was expected, right? This is where they house the registration for the chassis itself, and of course your lovely landing gear, right? You've seen them all, right? So this is up in the front, and when you're going to notice, guys, if you notice, it kind of tapers thinner here on the front and then kind of goes wider towards the back. I don't know if you guys could even notice that from this angle, right? But it is wider in the back than it is in the front. You see, like this one has like almost like a gooseneck looking design, right? So this is actually a little wider here, okay? And the reason being is I'm sure for balance purposes, I'm sure this gives you well balanced, because remember, right underneath here is your kingpin. So the fifth wheel sits right underneath there, which gives that width, right? So it gives it that naturally a natural balance, right, when you are hauling a container. But not only that, remember, you also have your drive tires here, the axles of your actual tractor right over here. So whenever you're turning, the tires are not going to rub against the actual chassis. So, and if anyone is wondering what a chassis looks like upside down, well, here you go. That axle looks like it's seen better days. It kind of looks like my dog on his back and wants me to rub its belly. But yeah, there you go. A container chassis upside down. Look at that. Look from this angle right here. Interesting, huh? That's crazy. What could possibly pull this from its frame? Wow. Whew. It's nuts. Simple stuff, right, guys? There's really nothing to it. It is made of steel, so I mean, that's what they make bridges out of, right? And skyscrapers. So you really should have no worries that this can definitely hold its wait, right? But that's all I could think of right now, because it is the end of my shift here, and I definitely want to go home, and it's still hot out. But I just want to make this really quick video for you. But if there's something I missed or anything, or any issues, questions, or concerns, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll definitely address that or make those necessary corrections. But if you guys like this stuff where, I talk about trucking, or in this case, intermodal, because that's the account I do work for. If you have any questions about this account or anything, please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. But if you like this video, share it and let me know by giving it a thumbs up. But let me know, because this is a requested video, if you guys have anything that you want me to show or kind of dive more into. But otherwise, guys, that's basically it, right? It's simple stuff. There's really not much to it. But again, thank you guys. It's been my pleasure. And as always, take care. I need a shower.